So how comes people can switch their emotions off like a tap after a breakup? How comes you're sitting there absolutely devastated, heartbroken, sad, confused, frustrated, angry, numb, and this person seems totally fine? This person seems to have switched the switch in their brain, and it's a bit confusing because why don't you have that same switch? I'm going to explain this. Hi, by the way, if you're new here, my name is Paige. I'm a relationship and life coach, so please do follow me if you want to stick around. Okay, so it can be super frustrating when you come out of a breakup that you're not only dealing with the roller coaster of emotions that you're trying to deal with, but then your ex seems totally fine. They don't seem to be on the same roller coaster. In fact, they don't even seem to be in the same theme park. And this can add some complication to the healing journey because then you do begin to focus on them way more than you because you're then trying to understand this person's behaviour. And you end up on this roundabout of constantly trying to understand someone's behaviour and never really getting the answers. You take the same exit, you end up on the same roundabout. So I'm going to explain this to you in the hope that this is going to remove you from the roundabout and kickstart your healing journey. Reason number one is this person was emotionally detaching whilst in the relationship. Sometimes when a relationship ends and somebody seems, quote, fine after it, it's because maybe they were being hurt a lot in this relationship, or maybe they were emotionally detaching whilst they were in the relationship. So then when the official breakup has happened, actually the emotional detachment was already happening probably months before that. Number two is they are somebody that doesn't process how they feel. Maybe during childhood, growing up, their brain goes into fight, flight or freeze mode. And a lot of the time, people like this can roll their emotions up into a ball, subconsciously or consciously, put them in a box and lock the box. Does this box open at a later date? Absolutely, at some point. But for the meanwhile, they've put those emotions in a box as a coping mechanism, as a protection mechanism, so they can plough forward. Number three is distraction. A lot of the time when people seem completely fine after a breakup, they may well just be distracting themselves continuously. And this kind of feeds into the last point. Distraction only lasts so long, but this can be another reason why it seems like this person's emotions have switched off like a tap. And lastly, maybe this person is quite manipulative, narcissistic, on that kind of spectrum. A lot of the time when you're dealing with somebody with manipulative or narcissistic tendencies, they didn't have emotion in the first place. It was all an act, it was all a facade. And so of course they seem completely fine after the breakup. Chances are they probably initiated the breakup and this was all part of their chess piece of a game. All of which are very hard to accept, and of course there are more reasons than this. But there's some umbrella reasons why that tap of emotion seems to be off.